All right, rare circumstance here where we actually have an inflatable right in front of me that has pretty much no controversy behind it. To my understanding, everyone loves this, and for good reason. This is the new for 2022 8-foot animated clown with mallet, sold exclusively at Lowe's this year. Currently in stores, and I think here within the next 1 or 2 weeks we will see it online. For $120, $119.98. Originally, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the original price we were told was only about $100. But 120 is not bad still, especially in today's day and age when all this inflation's happening and all these inflatables are to the point where they're 300 plus. I mean, I'm fine with $120. But first impressions of this guy, just looking at the box, this is amazing. Seeing the store display in person when I went to Lowe's, when I got this and a few other ones, is just amazing. Already, I mean, one of the top ones sold at Lowe's this year. Definitely an interesting one. It's rare that we ever see clowns anymore. I mean, 2018 was really the clown heyday. I mean, 2 12-foot clowns, the Kaleidoscope one at Home and then the standard one at Walmart, and then also the clown archway, the Funhouse archway with a sound box at Walmart that year too. And then the 7-foot clown and I think a 3.5-foot pumpkin clown at Home that year as well. So just a bunch of clowns that year, but after that, not many have really ended up on store shelves. The last one I think was the circus clown. Its title is the 5-foot circus clown from Lowe's last year that I also did pick up last year. But I think that was the last clown we ever saw in stores from Jemmy. But this is the new one. We found out about this one in I think May, and I was just blown away by Mallet. Now, originally we were all super excited because we thought he would swing his mallet. That is not the animation in it. He actually, as you can see by the arrows up there, he just turns his head. But I'm not going to say anything bad about that. I mean, at least it still has animation instead of just being a standard inflatable. But I'm really excited to see this guy inflated. Let's go ahead and get to the rundown. So as you can see on the box right here, as I pointed out, the arrows do indicate that his head turns. Wherever the arrows are indicates where the animation is. The first thing that I'd say is pretty much the only problem about this is the Happy Halloween, which I don't know. It's still pretty cool to see, rather than that just being bare. But I would have rather seen like orange and purple stripes on that, like a detailed mallet, rather than just white with Happy Halloween on it. But again, I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not going to, say anything's bad on it until I've actually seen it in person. But just like all the other inflatables at Lowe's this year, again, no specific box design. This is just the standard air-blown inflatable box design that they've been going with for the last few years now. I honestly miss seeing the Haunted Living and Holiday Living box designs, but I guess there's nothing really wrong with the air-blown inflatable box design. They're still pretty cool. But yeah, nothing really special about it. It does look like this has tinsel on his straps. I didn't get an up-close look on it in the store, obviously, but that does look like his green straps have tinsel. Around the box, just standard stuff, 2022 Jemmy. There's its code up there, and it's on all 4 sides. There's the person compared to it. Again, just standard inflatable box design. So when there's nothing else to go down with the box design, let's go ahead and get to the inflation. Now let's go ahead and see what fan it has. Now I have not watched any reviews on this purposely, just to, make sure it's all a surprise for when I open it because I know I was going to be getting this guy. And yes, right off the bat, there is tinsel. And more tinsel right here on what I think is his collar, which is pretty cool. And right here, I'm pretty sure this is an 80. Let's go ahead and open up and take a look at it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but that is, in the carving right there, that is an 80. Okay, so here it is inflated. Now, I was right, again. That is tinsel on the collar and on the straps. As you can see, his head is turning side to side. It would be pretty cool to see his mallet swinging instead of just his head turning. But I'm not complaining. His head looks pretty cool. It does look really, really good, though. I do wish it was a little bit bigger, though. It's 8 feet. I think this would do great as like a 10 or an 11 foot inflatable. Just make it a little bit bigger because right now it's pretty small, especially for $120. But I mean, again, in today's day and age, this has tinsel, this has a head turning mechanism, has a base fan, which is getting more rare. So $120 is not that bad. So as far as his facial expression goes, it is a brand new face design instead of just a reused one, which is, of course, you have to be grateful for that, but it is a little kid friendly. They could have gotten a lot scarier with his face than just this generic cartoon smile. But, you know, at least his nose inflates. That's something that's really prevalent with stuff like that, like hands and clowns' noses and stuff, reindeer, like if they make a Rudolph. Sometimes their nose, their hands, their anything are just fabric. They're 2D, not 3D, and it just looks stupid. Like the new clown with a tearaway face, also at Lowe's. I'd say that's the only real problem with that. I get it's a cheap fan, but it's only 6 feet tall. And other stuff like that, but that one has a 2D nose and it looks ridiculous from all sides. So you have to be grateful that this one actually does have a 3D nose, rather than it just being standard fabric. Well, this guy looks awesome during the day. Can't wait to see it at night. Let's go ahead and get the night view. So now that we've taken a good look at it in both the day and the night, let's go ahead and rate it. So of course, just as always, the 3 categories: design, quality, and price. As far as design goes, I'm giving this guy a 9 out of 10. It could be better, but personally for me, I mean like specialties, special fabric, you know, kaleidoscopes, special lights, whatever, stuff like that. That counts as quality. Because this is the design. They could very much just go with cheap stuff or make it really memorable and put in all this nice, you know, special fabric, special lights, all that. So that's why I count that as quality. But as far as design goes, just the basic design, this is an amazing one. So I'm going to go ahead and give this guy an 8 out of 10 on design. It's nice. It's brand new. We've never seen, you know, a clown like this before. I think this is the first Jemmy clown with a mallet. So that's pretty cool. And overall, just a really cool design. Now, as far as quality goes, I'd give this guy a 6 out of 10. A 6 out of 10 is just above, you know, halfway. Because halfway would have been, they didn't put anything special in it, it's just fine. But this guy does have tinsel and an animation mechanism, so actually it's on the verge of a 7 out of 10, but 6 is where that stands. And then price, let's take a look at price here. I think the price could be a lot better. This is worth maybe about 70 or 80 bucks. So the fact that it's 120, it's just, you know, for some people, especially kids that cannot afford inflatables, you know, they have to savor every penny, and they have to buy the ones they really want. So if you really want this, don't hesitate. Go and buy it, especially since this guy's selling fast. I mean, the first shipment of this guy was about 4. I'd say 4. One of them went to the store display, and by the time I got to the store, 2 were already sold. So I got the last one that was in box. And as far as this shipment goes, obviously they're going to get more shipments in. But so this guy's selling fast, as well as the Shrek. Most of the Nightmare Before Christmas ones are selling fast. The Vulture Tombstone, that one is also selling fast. By the way, really quick on the Vulture Tombstone. For me personally, it was a debate whether I should get this or the Vulture Tombstone. And for me, the clown just won. I mean, they both have animation mechanisms in the head. So they both turn their head, and they're both relatively the same price. Vulture Tombstone's, I think, $100. Which is why I think this guy should be $100 too, but this guy does have tinsel and the Vulture Tombstone does not, so that's why that gets jacked up to 120. But again, I'm not complaining about that. I'm not complaining much about that. There is something to say about it though. You know, there's nothing against the Vulture Tombstone. It looks amazing, but for me, this guy just does it better. So that's why I ended up picking this guy up. Plus, I already have a bunch of other clowns, which means it goes perfectly with this new clown area. So that's nice. But as far as price goes, again, I'm going to have to give this guy about a 5 out of 10. Because, yeah, it's hard to say other stuff about it other than just, you know, the price is just not really what most people want to pay for it. But it's fine, you know, at least it's not really outrageous, like 150. I mean, I know if this guy was at home, it'd probably be 200. 190 to 200. So that's you got to say something about that, you know. But as far as that goes, everything included, quality, design, and price, I'd go ahead and give this guy about an 8 out of 10. This is not a bad inflatable whatsoever. Again, circling back to the beginning of the video here, I have heard nothing but great things about this from the people who have bought it that I've talked to. They all seem to love it. I certainly love it. So, I mean, it's nice that Lowe's is picking out some stuff that's brand new rather than just going with the standard stuff that, you know, just reused designs and stuff. But this is great, and I love it. Personally, I love it because it goes great with most displays. I mean, even if you have a kid-friendly display, this goes great with it. You know, kids and families won't be really scared of this, you know, which is why, you know, originally I was thinking this was going to resemble the animatronic that was sold, I think, at Spirit Halloween, the clown with the mallet that's like terrifying. So I mean, I don't know, that sounds like such a, you know, GP general public thing to say. I don't really sound like an enthusiast or a collector, but I'm not really into animatronics because, you know, they're just too intimidating for families. But that's why, so comparatively, clown animatronics versus clown inflatables just win. They're cheaper and in some cases bigger. They have animation. most of them do, and Kaleidoscope special stuff about them. And it fits all ages, rather than just animatronics that makes no one really want to come walk through your display and check it out. So that's why I always go with inflatables. But I'm not discrediting animatronics. There's some animatronics, like especially this year, Home Depot's lineup is phenomenal. So I don't know, you know, we'll see in the future about animatronics, but I don't know why I'm going off on animatronics here. This is an inflatable review. But yeah, so comparatively, well, I mean, I guess that does tie into comparatively compared to animatronics. So this guy just blows it out, you know, just knocks everything out of the water. This is just amazing. Well, it's not really, I don't think I should say amazing, but it is really, really cool. Well, there's my thoughts on this new for 2022 8-foot animated clown with mallet sold at Lowe's this year for 120 bucks. If you guys like this one, I definitely think you guys should go pick it up 100% before it sells out quick, because I don't know when they're getting their last shipment of Halloween inflatables in. I'm thinking it's got to be beginning of October, so definitely get them before that. But most people put up their displays in like mid to late September and keep them up through October. I mean, at least the people who do big displays like me and other people. So that's kind of like my end note on this guy. It's great. If the price doesn't bother you, then go ahead and grab it. You know, don't really contemplate this guy, because there's nothing to really contemplate about it. It's definitely a really cool design. There's nothing, you know, scammy-ish about it, like that Sam's Club dragon that's sold online this year. And I might as well bring that guy up, because I'm not going to be doing a review on that one. There's this new dragon that came out of nowhere that's an online exclusive at Sam's Club this year for 200 bucks, and originally we thought it was going to be 13.5 feet tall. Colossal dragon with microlights on the wings and all this metallic and I think a kaleidoscope and everything, and we were like, whoa, a colossal dragon. But it ended up being a colossal scam. It was 13.5 feet wide, not tall. It was only like 8 or 9 feet tall, which is just like, that's as tall as this guy. And I'm about 6'1", and I go up to like his head, his chin. So that gives you an impression on how small that is. It's just a standard dragon for 200 bucks. I'll pass. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this guy. I actually like hearing you guys' comments on this guy. I like debating inflatables, so go ahead, you know, don't be shy and comment something. But that does it for me. I'm the Inflatable Bastard. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.